Um, how have y'all been doing?
Not bad.
Yes, Shannon's here.
Yeah, well, I would hope you have the day off. I mean, it's Christmas,
Yeah.
so um, yeah, we might hear a few, pops in the background because
People,
people will.
pops the background
Okay. I was like, wait a minute, I'm hearing myself. What's up? But yeah, but they'll pop fireworks. Somebody was just doing some sounded like some pretty big Roman candles or something around here.
Yeah,
So
luckily there are no exploding RVs. So
I know. It's funny. Shout out to Josh. He mentioned, what we should say some prayers for the folks that were involved in that blast in Nashville. I didn't know there was something that went on.
let me say for the folks that were hurt in that blast in Nashville, the folks that were involved, not so.
Well, yeah. Whoever did that's just weird.
Yeah.
But yeah. May not be served.
Yes.
But yeah, there were some folks that apparently were in like an apartment or something, and they had to get out. So yeah, glad they're okay, and welcome everyone. Yeah, I've been looking forward to this all week, really. This is going to be fun. So, this time I decided to kind of pull the camera in a little bit closer so you can see the center of the shrine a little bit easier. And it may be kind of hard to tell, but I actually have a little LED candle inside the little model shrine. That's a shrine for Neith, and she's the center of the festivities this evening.
Happy holidays, y'all.
Yes, and we have our comic relief back.
Happy Feast of Neith.
Mm-hmm. And
from me to all of you, Merry Christmas.
Oh, nice! Yeah, somebody got an Amazon gift card, and so they got my books and then the one on Nubia that I talked about.
Oh,
so
wow!
Awesome, that's great.
Thank you for that gift.
Yeah,
we love you too. Thank you.
Yeah, so awesome. Well, you can go ahead and come on in a little further if you want. And I wish that I could show more camera angles and stuff like that, because out in the living room, we set up a spoof nativity with some of Darren's Star Wars plushies, because he got a baby Yoda from The Mandalorian, and so we have him in the center with a Santa Yoda that. Didn't your mom give you that one?
Yes.
Or something. And Chewbacca was the only one that we could get that could kind of fill in the spot of the Virgin Mary. So yeah, Chewbacca has a shawl over him, and it's we got like R2 and some old beanies around him for the manger animals. So
yeah.
I posted it on my Facebook wall. So if you happen to see that, that was a lot of fun.
Yeah.
Yeah, you had R2D2 off to the side, didn't you?
Yeah. Yeah, I almost put a toy AT-AT there, but I didn't. It would have been taller than everybody else. So, something four-legged for the manger. Okay. I'm just gonna peek over and see. So I know there's a bunch of comments. Yeah. All right. Well, welcome one and all. It's time for ritual. And yes, I know these waters are going to be kind of cold. But, because it's cold outside. But these cool waters are upon our hands. They purify us. As Kemetic purifies us. Hail unto you, and that should come unto you without falsehood and without evil. Yes. Oh, people don't pertain to us. Now you're flicking at me. Our purity is upon our hands. Our purity is within our hearts.
And it's flying through the air.
Yes. Oh, we are pure. We are pure. We are pure. We are pure. Okay.
That stuff was cold, man.
It's from the tap.
Yeah. It's cold.
I was just commenting myself that the tap water here is frigid.
Thank you.
Oh,
It's
well.
still below 50 degrees here. Oh, and for those of us in Louisiana, that is cold.
Here, I think it's like 17 degrees or something.
Yeah, well, yeah, you're up in the mountains. It gets a lot colder up there. We get our cold stuff in like late January, so you know it.
Yeah,
Occasionally,
January and February.
yeah. It's very very seldom. Like I think maybe 100 some odd years ago there might have been a white Christmas around here, but yeah.
We managed it us here.
Yes, and I don't know if the microphone can pick it up, but yeah, somebody's popping some fireworks somewhere in the neighborhood. And if apparently the little thing that we did for Halloween was a lot of fun. Folks liked the video. If y'all want to do something for well, wait a minute. New Year's Day is on a Friday. Our next broadcast is going to be on January 1. But if y'all want to do another fun video, maybe on New Year's Eve, we can go out and I've got a fireworks saved from 4th of July. That's it's a turtle, and that would be something appropriate. We could do like a New Year's execration.
And I'm going to say this.
You know, if you guys want to do that.
Fireworks on New Year's Day are typically dirt cheap, but they're going to be extra dirt cheap because COVID.
Well, actually, no. I'm using the stuff that we saved because I don't want to go back into a store with lots of people in a long line and no masks, because that's what I saw in July, and I'm not doing that. So it's good to play it safe, right now. So. Cool. Okay. So yeah, I know there's a couple of folks are saying it sounds like an awesome idea. So yeah, we might just have to do that.
If you're good.
Oh, well, if I can.
If I'm good.
Yeah. Okay. Let me get.
Like this.
Huh?
If someone was bad for Christmas and they got a lump of coal, I'd be that awesome makeup.
Get my sister.
Not the same kind of coal.
Yeah. Yeah, so the other coal. The Egyptian, and Darren's giving me this quizzical look like, what are you talking about? The Egyptian black eye makeup, that black eyeliner, is called kohl. Kohl.
Yeah, but I know that's not COAL.
Right, and so he was making a pun, saying a lump of coal for Christmas.
Very punny.
Yes. So.
Thank you.
All right. Come in peace, bright eye of Horus. Come in peace. Receive the light. The eye of Horus shines like Ra in the twin horizons, and evil hides in fear of it. Receive the light. The eye of Horus destroys the enemies of Ra and all of their abodes till none remain. Receive the light. The eye of Horus comes. Step around. Bring it through the four corners. And we are purified with it. Receive the light. Yeah, no, I can hear it pretty well. I don't know if the microphone's picking it up, but somebody's got another big Roman candle going.
Fireworks at Christmas. Not quite, but.
Yeah. And we'll go ahead and we'll turn some other lights.
Are we going to light the alabasters as well?
We can do that.
Please do.
Yeah, okay.
I like the alabaster candle.
Well, they do give a very nice ambiance.
They're really pretty.
Yeah.
And I say it that way to be respectful to my folks from Tennessee, because party's how they say that.
Well, there are lots of places in the South where they say it that way, so. Oh, okay. This one I'm actually going to have to take out. It's funny, it actually came out of its little tin. Yeah, I hit upon the idea to save these little tins for modeling purposes. So, because Darren's kind of a modeler and has turned one of our friends onto it.
Yep.
Yeah, they're very handy.
Mm-hmm. There we go.
I've used them for paints and all kinds of things.
There we go.
You know, I didn't think about that, but that's a great idea.
Oh, well.
You're welcome.
Thank you.
Okay. And we'll light these candles. To give you some background information on our theme of festivities for this week, there were a couple of connected feasts for the goddess Neith. And the first one, actually, it's on the 22nd. It's opening the doors of the House of Neith. They would open up and this was in her temple in Sais, which is in the Delta. There's very little remaining of it. But we know from records elsewhere that they would open up the doors, and there was a big procession, and there's a big feast. They would that food offerings were involved in that, so it was, and definitely an eating holiday.
Today's going to be one of them, too.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, well, it's very appropriate for this time of year. And then on the 25th, you have something where she and Sobek go forth. And so that's why we have Sobek.
Otherwise known as the Thelma and Louise Mysteries?
No, it's Neith visits Sobek. And Sobek is the son of Neith.
Oh. So,
it's a family get-together, if you will.
Oh, cool.
I believe that's the one where it's listed in the Cairo calendar, and it's corroborated with other records from Esna and other places, and one of the records said you will see good from Neith's hands. So it really fits in pretty well, I think, with the theme for the time of year, because we had the solstice at the beginning of the week, and then of course Christmas / Sol Invictus, all those good things.
Yeah,
so.
Lots of holidays around the world for lots of folks.
Yeah. So I'll just set this right here. And okay, yeah, so the Roman candles are picking up on the microphone. Cool. Yeah. Yeah.
That's a good microphone.
Thank you very much.
It is a very good microphone.
Um,
As a matter of fact, that mic is so good that the voice of Megatron recorded a message as Galvatron.
Oh yeah, well yeah, we've had this also we also worked on you worked on this microphone when we did a taping session with Wally Burr, voice directing us.
That's
So
right, I did.
yeah, this is our lucky microphone. It has
Yes,
good
it
mojo.
is.
But I was just reading. Okay, and Serrano's fiance also models, which is cool. Yes, that's right. And Kwanzaa starts tomorrow.
Oh, happy
It's-
Kwanzaa to anybody
yeah.
listening.
Yeah, absolutely.
Or as Old Navy used to put it, Christmas Kwanzaa Quantica.
Wait, who put it? There's an
Old Navy.
Oh, there's an Old Navy.
Yes.
Okay.
Happy Christmas Kwanzaa Quantica to you. Yeah.
Yeah. Yes, the fireworks symbolize us murdering 2020. We're getting rid of 2020. Yes.
Somebody bring in the heavy artillery. Maybe that's what therapy was for.
I don't know. Well, look, there's 6 days left in the year. And of course, lots of crazy things can happen between now and then. Hopefully not.
Yeah.
Let's say our prayers for a peaceful end to the year.
Yep.
And a fresh start with 2021. So we'll start off with our offerings.
Hope they finish their legislation in the Capitol.
Yeah. Here we go. Okay. Well, that's right. Before I get to that. You arise in the Aketis Kufri, O Ra, spreading your light upon the earth. You set in peace in the mountains of Manu as a tomb, bringing your light to Duat. Shine upon earth as you do in heaven and Duat. Hail and praise unto you, O Ra, who came from noon at the first time, for such is your uniqueness. Hail and praise unto you, O Ra, who placed Hu at your left side, for such are the words you commanded. Hail and praise unto you, O Ra, who placed Sia at your left side, for such is your great wisdom. Hail and praise unto you, O Ra, whose Hika goes before you, for such is your ability. Hail and praise unto you, O Ra, who rules with Ma'at upon your brow, for such is your righteousness. Hail and praise unto you, O Ra. Hail and praise unto you, O Neith the Great. And to you, Sobek, you lords of love and lords of life. Grant us life, well-being, and health. May our eyes perceive your goodness and our hearts receive your wisdom. May you shine upon us as you traverse the sky, that we may bring to you Ma'at and cast out his fet. And may you guard us from the evil one through the dark hours of the night, your protection being before us and your strength being within us. Here we go. Take these, your cool waters, which are the inundation, that they may cool your hearts. O Ra, O Neith, O Sobek, these cool waters are the eye of Horus, that your hearts may be refreshed. Yeah, move that out of the way so I'm not stepping on it. Milk, milk, may you taste it in your shrine. May your hearts be refreshed with it. We bring you this milk from the great flood, O Natchuru, that you may be purified with it. We give you incense. We give you incense, great purity. This incense is the eye of Horus, and its fragrance comes to you, cleanses you, it adorns you. It takes its place upon your hands. This incense is the eye of Horus, and its fragrance comes to you. Yep. Take this, your bread on which gods live. Lift it to your faces, and be at peace with it. This bread is the eye of Horus. The gardens prosper and Hapi rejoices, overflowing with his meal. We fill the eye of Horus for you with wine. O Ra, O Neith, O Sobek, drink and be pure. The doors of heaven and the doors of earth are open with libations for you within this house. May your faces be refreshed with your libations, your wine and your water. Just use that in there. So I need it first. Pure. Pure is Ra Hotaketi within his house. Pure. Pure is Neith within her house. Pure is Sobek within his house. Pure are all of these Natcharu within their house. Pure are the cause of all of these gods with this good myrrh that is given. Jehuti proclaims it. It is written in his house of sacred words. Hapi gives in abundance, thousands of offerings, all things good and pure, for Ra Hotaketi, for Neith, for Sobek, and all of these Natcharu in every place that their immortal cause dwell. Come to your body, O Ra Hotaketi. Come to your body, O Neith. Come to your body, O Sobek. Come to your bodies, O you Natcharu, and come to your invocation. Come unto us, your servants, who are mindful of your feasts and your offerings. Bring your power, your hika, your honor, and your ba to these your offerings and partake of them. Come, O people, raise these offerings before the faces of these gods. Lift the offerings before Ra, before Neith, before Sobek. All life comes from them, all health comes from them, all stability comes from them, all good fortune comes from them, as it has since the first time. There we go. Ra Hotaketi and your son, the Osir Nisignev Keperura, your foes retreat from you. Horus turns himself to his eye. Turn yourselves to these, your offerings, and receive them from our hands. And now we make our offerings for our blessed dead, and it's just out of camera frame this time, but we light this eye of Horus for all of our blessed dead who have newcomers to their ranks this evening, including a friend of ours from the pagan community, Melissa. She passed away yesterday morning after
a brief battle with pneumonia.
Yeah, it was very unexpected. She had posted on Facebook the previous day that she was going into the hospital for pneumonia, and she died the next morning. And it's especially jarring because she was about my age, and when we had our Osiris Mysteries with the Open Circle in 2008, she actually was one of the ones reading a part when we did the Lamentations of Isis and Nephthys. So I can't remember if she was reading for Isis or for Nephthys. I think for Nephthys, but she was, participating with us in that. And, well, I guess she gets to meet her in person now. And she will be missed.
And loved.
Yeah. And so we pour these cool waters for her and for all of our blessed dead. And that their hearts may be cooled
in your heart.
Huh?
Keep their memory in your heart.
Absolutely.
Oh,
well,
we do.
I'm going to think of her probably every day because another thing that she gave me, I have this very nice little, it's like a perpetual calendar sort of thing. It's got, Nefertiti's head and a couple of other things on it, but it has like 2 cubes with numbers on them for the date, and then these little things that you can turn for the month. And so, every morning when I get up, unless I'm busy and I forget about it, which occasionally happens, but I'll go and I'll turn it, to the new date, and I've had that thing for about 10 years, but she gave it to me.
Yeah.
So, and I would often think of her, to begin with. But, oh, that's right. Horekeuta henket kakao abdu sinachimmerhat hudnibet nofre wabet anket nochurim and cow and akupu nibu maakeru nibu hirnachara. A voice offering of bread, beer, 1,000 of beef and fowl, incense, oils, and all good and pure things on which God lives, for the cause of all of these Aku, all true of voice before the great God. Was that you I heard?
Yes. My apologies.
I was going to say, I hope that was hungry.
I hope so too. If not, I'm the other RV. But it is hunger, I promise you.
Okay. I'm going to laugh if the microphone picked that up.
It probably did. My apologies to all. Okay, Oh, okay. We're just talking about, getting rid of 2020. I do have to say, one of my old classmates has a 3D printer. I think he has an Etsy store. I'm not going to find out. He made these 3D printed Christmas ornaments. It has 2020 in the middle of it, and then the F-bomb, like in a like coming off of it. So it kind of looks like a snowflake until you get close enough to read the 4-letter word, that forms the arms of the snowflake. So, yeah. I'll have to find out how he had marketed that. Like what it was listed as, because I think he made a batch and they sold out, understandably. So, yeah. Oh, that's nice. Somebody else says can't totally banish 2020 because I had a sweet little 2020 baby. He's already crawling. Yay!
Yeah. Awesome. Congrats.
Well, we banish all that is bad from 2020.
Yeah. Yeah. But you know what? It's in 6 days it will be in the past. So if we can just make it through these next 6 days without too much weirdness. So and I will be bringing Ma to the forefront in just a moment. So I'm going to step through here very carefully. Because usually I'll kind of bring her to the front of the offering plate. I think she's been pretty cozy today. Okay. So we come unto you, O Ra, O Neith, as Judy comes. Our hands joined under
Lower it
Ma'at.
down. There you go.
Okay. All right. This is directing me in the middle of this. Our hands joined under Ma'at. Ma'at has come to be with you in every place where you are. An offering of Ma'at is made unto you, that your heart may be pleased and your cause shall live. Truly your Enid has Ma'at, for they know you live in her. The Enid says unto you, your word is law eternally. Isfet is cast out by your word. Rejoicing is yours every day. Ma'at has taken her place in your shrine. Well, if we can bring her little emblem back. There we go. There we go. And again, someone had asked last time. This list of 8 Ma'ats is it's a modern interpolation of the 42 declarations. And so, may we always act with gentility and compassion, for such is the first Ma'at. May we always offer charity and hospitality, for such is the second Ma'at. May we always respect consent and fidelity, for such is the third Ma'at. May we always avoid violence and promote wellness, for such is the fourth Ma'at. May we always speak words of truth, for such is the fifth Ma'at. May we always promote the public good, for such is the sixth Ma'at. May we always act humbly and with temperance, for such is the seventh Ma'at. May we always honor our gods and respect others, for such is the eighth Ma'at. May we uphold Ma'at like Jehuti, that we may witness Ra's perfection every day. Hail unto you, O Neith the Great, the one who existed before existence, you who made all that is, who created all that exists. Eldest of the primeval gods, fashioner of Ra, mother of Ra who was at the beginning. Unique one without equal, mistress of destiny, regent of fortune. Earth is under your command. One does not make plans without your knowledge. Queen of the gods in heaven, sovereign of the gods in the earth, mistress of the bow, regent of the arrow, who keeps the arrow demons under your authority. Mistress of great fear, who created the twin crocodiles. Life and death are under your supervision. You fill sky and earth with your beauty. Light the two lands with the rays of your eyes. You encompass your son as the light of the two lands. Father of fathers, who makes fertile the seeds of gods and men. Great cow who nourishes all things. Mother of mothers, who is like no other. Hail to you, O Sobek, twin of Ra, who arose from the primeval waters. Lord of Tashe, son of Neith, mighty God whose ceasing cannot be seen. Ruler of the rivers, governor of the winds, great male rutting bull, Lord of love, Lord of Aku, he who loves taking, great of terror. Drive off your wrath, let pass your raging, cut short your mourning, let your beauty come. Welcome in peace, O Lord of peace. Hail, O Sobek, great god, Lord of Tashe, great male who came from noon, white of teeth, green of scales, keen of face and raised of brow, Lord of strength and virility, raging one who drives away evil. You are Lord of the Nile, who makes the two banks green, Lord of the winding waterway in the sky, and your carnelian temple in the mountain of Baku. And at this point, if you have any requests for addresses to specific deities, go ahead and put those in the comments. I'm also going to read for Amun because he's also there's another feast for him earlier in the week. So, and of course he's patron of our pal Yamanu here, so can't leave him out. Praise unto Amun-Ra. I make for him adoration to his name. I give him praises to the height of heaven and over the breadth of the earth. I tell his might to travelers north and south. Beware ye of him. Declare him to son and daughter, to great and small. Herald him to generations not yet born. Herald him to fishes in the deep, to birds in the sky. Declare him to fool and wise. Beware ye of him. You are Amun, Lord of the silent, who comes at the voice of the poor. When I call to you in my distress, you come to rescue me, to give breath to him who is wretched, to rescue me from bondage. You are Amun-Ra, Lord of Thebes, who rescues him in Duat. For you are he who is merciful. When one appeals to you, You are he who comes from afar. And we ask you, O Nutshire, on this sacred night, this night of your feast, to please remember us, be with us as we go through this transition from one secular year to another. Help us to stay safe and sane and to be close to those that we love, even if it has to be through electronic means. And please welcome those who have passed this year and hold them for us, since we can't hold them, and love on them anymore, not in this form. And help us as we try not to stress too much because of everything that's going on. And please grant us life, well-being, and health. And especially you, I worry about you. Do you need a napkin? Okay. Because I've got one here if you need one.
Okay.
Okay. Let's see. Okay. Oh, okay. A request for Wepawet to open the way for a better 2021. That's a great request. Yes. I think. Okay. Okay, and you have to have someone else who's, dad is was flown to the West, and this was his favorite holiday. So.
My condolences. I know where you've been.
Yeah.
I know where you are.
Yeah. That's what I'm looking for. So for Wepawet. Mm-hmm. There we go. Dua upwout natural. Dua upwout nebrosata. Dua upwout neb kararet. Dua upwout neb tajuser. Dua upwout neb abju. Dua upwout nijharitef. Dua upwout heretawi. It's adoration of Wepawet, the great god, Lord of Rosatau, Lord of the cavern and the sacred land, Lord of Abydos, defender of his father, and controller of the two lands. May you open the way to a better year for all of us and see us through to sunrise and better days ahead. And so since we're thinking about those that are in the West, we'll pray to Anubis. Hail and praise, O Anapu, great God upon your mountain, master of secrets in Duat, ruler of the West, fair son of Osir, great physician who heals, your seal is our protection. Crown prince of the Aeneid, keen-faced among the gods, you stand at Osir's side. You serve the blessed dead. They live because of you. May you please take care of those that know us and that we love and miss, who are in your care. And incidentally, we made a special run to Panda Express just to make sure we got more fortune cookies yesterday. So.
The Autobots were harmed.
Yes, if you're old enough to remember the original movie, a special run to anywhere is always a precarious thing. Oh, okay. Let's see. Okay, and so it says, I'd also like to thank the Nutshire that deal with health. My boyfriend's doing a lot better and got to work today. Hope his health continues to get better. And I hope that the biopsies, turn out good. Yeah. Yeah, and definitely. Neith, this is your feast, and as one who knows and oversees all things, as a creatress on par with Ra and Amun and Ptah, we ask you to please keep looking after Birch's boyfriend and make sure that he gets better and that his biopsies come up clean. And may he be able to tune in with us eventually. So we ask this to you. And Darren had to step out for a minute, but I always ask for him to continue to be healthy and, healthy and well and with us so that we can laugh together and love on each other and, just get through this thing called life.
I imagine several of us are asking for health.
Mm-hmm. Okay, so I'm definitely asking if we can join. Sometimes just super busy. Okay, well that's cool. But yeah, yes, everyone's welcome to tune in. And it's funny. Darren was just saying that he feels like y'all are an extended part of the family because we tune in every week and because people ask about him, and so This has been a great thing, and I think it'll be I think end of March would be 1 year. But I'm looking forward to that. So this has been one of the good things to come out of 2020 is us doing these weekly services. I've really enjoyed doing this. So and if you've got any more requests, just throw them out there, and if you got a request for a fortune cookie divination, we can do that too.
I wouldn't mind seeing what it's going to do for our household.
Okay.
Got an interesting week ahead.
Yeah. I'm sure to bring your significant others week. Well, you know what? That might be something fun to do for in June when we have the Feast of the Reunion with Hathor and Horus. Because that's kind of a that was their let's get together and make Ihi. So okay, request for for a general divination. Okay. I'll tell you what, let's do a general one for the week for everyone, and then we'll do one for you, Yamana, and anyone else who has a request for one. So Neith the Great. Oldest and wisest of the gods. Wait a minute. Okay. All right, so here's our first one. So this is for everyone. And it says, oh, hey, this is awesome. It says, your success is inevitable. I think that's the best news we've gotten all year.
Yeah.
So the general fortune for everyone says, your success is inevitable. So just hang in there and keep going, guys. It's going to get better.
It really would be good to keep the general ones that you draw. See where they all say.
Well, I have so many of them, and it's a few days later, I'm not going to remember which one is which. So what I'd have to do would be like, tape them in a book or something, and do like that. I did do that for the days on the year.
Yes.
So I could go back and I could look for the what we had throughout the week, leading up to Egyptian New Year's. So
because we're actually for the religious year, we're getting close to the midpoint. That'll be January 13th. So we're almost at the apex, the noontime of the liturgical year.
Yeah.
But okay. And now for your divination. All right, this is the one that was pulling to me. So Yamanu, her message for you says, you are surrounded by unlimited opportunities.
That's another positive one there.
Yeah.
All right then.
Yeah, so I guess the thing is just, they're there, just look for them and then take them.
Yep.
So,
All right.
yeah. That's right. Yeah, we got it. Have a place to be with each other and praise the nature without being judged. Absolutely. Yeah. That's, this is just it's been a good thing. And I'm as glad to do it as y'all are. So, if y'all have any more requests for divinations, just toss them out there. And, the cool thing is, the next service will be on January 1. So we will be kicking off 2021, in a really cool way. So, first time here for the live stream. Oh, okay. We got someone here who's here for the first time. Hi, Max. Wanted general divination. Okay. Absolutely.
Casey.
So, all right. Okay. Not today. Let's read what message you have for our friend Max, who's joining us for the first time. First message is certainly welcome. And more specifically, the excitement of new romance will lift your spirits. Well, I hope that's something that makes sense. But certainly we're all excited to have you here with us. But oh, okay. Let's see. Oh, okay, yeah. The divination of prayer for divination of prayer for not being misgendered. I got my dead name a lot today, so it was a bit discouraging. Oh, okay. The romance, oh man, scary. Well, well, Birch, there isn't really a specific prayer for that, but it's funny you should mention that because Neith takes the form of a goddess, but she was considered to have masculine aspects, and that's why in the hymn that we put together, it's based on titles of hers from the temple at Esna. She is addressed as Father of Fathers and Mother of Mothers because creators in Egyptian thought had the one at the beginning had aspects of male and female within them at the same time. And it wasn't until creation began that it started to separate out, and you had the first, gendered male and female, but the creator is androgynous. And so Neith she presents as feminine, but, she can go either way. And the same thing with Atum, that aspect of Ra. I'd love to do some artwork of Atum at some point and do him in kind of like that anime style because, if people who don't know anime, they see a lot of like Bishonen characters and, it goes, oh, is that a girl? No, they just look very androgynous, and that's how I picture a tomb. It's looking kind of like that. So I hope that helps some.
Yeah.
You know.
There are certain deities, yeah, Amun had a feminine aspect too.
Mhm. Yeah, we had Amun and Amanet.
Yeah.
But yeah,
A lot of deities have a feminine aspect that are male. I noticed that there is one for Anubis as well.
yeah. Anubis also has a female counterpart. A lot of Egyptian deities, even Ra has Ra'at Tawi, is like a feminine aspect, and she is, I believe, the wife of Montu. Yeah. So, and someone's trying to make a statue of Anubis, and hoping a prayer to Khnum or Ptah would be in order. Okay. Well, you know what? Yeah. Let's. I've got one for Ptah that would be appropriate. Because it mentions that. Yeah, so Ptah is the great craftsman. May you guide our friend in his project. Eyes seeing, ears hearing, noses breathing. All these report to the heart. It makes all understanding come forth. Tongue repeats what heart has devised. Thus were all the gods born, a tomb in his need. For every word of the god comes about through what the heart plans and the tongue commands. Thus was Ptah satisfied after making all things and sacred words. He gave birth to the gods. He made their villages. He founded their estates, set them in their temples, ensured their offerings, founded their shrines, made their bodies as they wished. Thus the gods entered their bodies, of every wood, stone, and clay, all things that grow upon him in which they came to be. Thus were gathered unto him all the gods in their cause, contented and united with the Lord of the Two Lands. O Ptah, as the great craftsman, may you bless the hands of our friend as he goes to make another body for one of the gods who is in your need.
Come to think of it, one of Autumn's epithets is that great he, she.
Yeah. Yeah, and I think gender in Egypt was not understood in the same way as it is, now. And that's a conversation that I would like to have, because there are aspects of what we're understanding now with it that I'd love to be able to have with folks who are transgender. But I can say this, being someone who likes a lot of things and does a lot of things that are not considered feminine, I can still remember being on the playground as a third grader and one of my classmates coming up to me and saying, "How come you like Transformers? Transformers are for boys and you're a girl." Well, 35 years later, I've met the voice of Optimus Prime, the voice of Megatron. I got to work with the voice director who did Transformers and G.I. Joe and Jam and My Little Pony, by the way. And done these other things that, Transformers are for who again? So I can appreciate the idea that I think some things are, gendered, like being soft and nurturing. Why does that have to be considered feminine? Being aggressive. I know plenty of girls that, are pretty aggressive too, and another deity that has, patronage over gender fluidity would actually be Inanna, aka Ishtar, from the Sumerian pantheon, because some of the hymns described her in masculine terms, and she, apparently had some dominion over what we would consider cross-dressing, today. So, that's something. Look that up, because that's another little tidbit. And if you're looking for patronage as someone who is not traditional cisgender, that's an option. Some things that you can try out, see if it fits. And I'm just gonna check and see what comments. Let's see. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yes, and Happy is also non-binary. Yeah.
Sekhmet is sort of in there too. I mean, she's considered the how do I put it, the great lady who has aspects like a man.
Yeah. Yes. That was a title of Sekhmet, is woman who acts as a man. Well, because she certain goddesses like her were sometimes pictured holding knives, and remember, in a society that had no guns, knives were a much scarier thing, and any deity that wielded a knife was very threatening, and goddesses like Isis wouldn't do that, but Sekhmet certainly could. So and also Mafdet. So
basically any of the cats.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, okay. Oh, and Rebecca's favorite cartoon in grade school is He-Man. You know what? The voice of Skeletor is like Santa Claus. He is just the nicest guy. His name is Alan Oppenheimer, and he's in his 80s now. But he is an absolute sweetheart, and we saw him again last year at a convention in Tennessee, and we got to. Those where we all got together. Because Yamana, did you get to meet him?
I didn't get to meet him, I don't think.
Okay, but he's like I said, just an absolute sweetheart, and and that's the voice of Skeletor. So.
Oh, that's nice.
Yeah.
I would like to have met him.
Yeah.
Well, maybe I'll get a chance sometime.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, hopefully he's staying safe and well in the middle of all this. And it's funny. He's also you don't hear him in a whole lot of stuff now because he kind of prefers keeping it clean, and some of the things that they've asked him to do or he's been approached to do were a little too racy or a little too vulgar, and he didn't want to do that. So sometimes when you hear Skeletor, like I think there was a commercial that they did not too long ago, it's somebody else, but that's because he has a very high standard, for decorum, I guess. But he's a real sweetheart.
Whenever you would hear in the original show, whenever Skeletor would say something, it's always something like "you boob."
You boob, yeah. Oh yeah. And I think he did that. There was somebody who asked him to do that for their answering machine. He had a story about that, but yeah. Let's see. So has a very devoted transfers. Okay, I not. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. I know. Yeah. Rebecca's just pointing out something else. In terms of things that you can look into. In terms of and I might not be using the proper terms, but forgive me, but androgyny or gender fluidity in ancient mythology. So there are lots of things in there if you go looking. But so any more requests as we go along? And yeah, huh?
Yeah. Well, we've included her in our voice offerings. You got any other requests, Aaron?
Yeah.
Hmm.
Everybody be safe, happy, and healthy.
Hear to that. Darren just offers a prayer that everyone be safe, healthy, and happy. And we love you too.
I love you guys too.
Yeah.
All of you.
Mm-hmm. Can we get you anything?
Not unless you can give me asthma-free lungs.
Well, we're trying on that. Yeah, I guess it's just been kind of a tough day for that. Mm. Okay. Yeah, and I realize there's a conversation that's going on right now about the concept of gender and multiple gender and not. And now I will say this: there are still some things that I don't quite understand, and some questions that I have that I would love to be able to ask so I could hopefully understand better. But that would have to be in a different forum than the middle of a ritual. And yeah, I do have some friends that are transgender. And what's tough is I got to know them when they were female, and I guess, or just that's how they were identifying, but they are transitioning to male, and it's tough for me because I still want to say their old name, or refer to them as she, because when I first got to know them, that's how I understood them. And it's tough, and that's often not the first name that I think of. And the thing that kind of disappoints me a little bit, I guess, is the fact that again, I am a straight female, but I don't, I'm not what I would call a girly girl. I play with toy robots. I go outside and I work in the yard. So I feel a little sad sometimes when friends that I get to know and kind of like some of the same things, then they transition to male, and I'm like, oh well, I like having another cool girl around, So it's kind of weird, but that's why there are things that I still don't quite understand, but I'm willing to have a conversation about it, because there's another side to this that I don't know, and so I just try to keep that open, and recognize what's my opinion, and where that stops, and somebody else's starts. So I guess that's the best thing that we can do sometimes. So. And asking a tomboy. Yeah, well, yeah, I guess I was a little bit of that. And certainly if you would have seen, like pictures of me when I was a senior in high school, I had my hair cut really short. And well, it was yes, it was a mullet, but I guess I look kind of tomboyish to a lot of folks. But yeah, that's something I wouldn't mind having a conversation about that. Just, again, it would have to be, and something I think would be better served if it was specifically about that. So in the meantime, yeah, ultimately, I try not to put too many labels on myself, because, a label is, labels are kind of constraining, but, hopefully, I'm not
alienating anyone or offending anyone with with that observation, because we want everyone to be welcome here. So okay, all right. Well, we love you, Birch. You be safe and well, and hopefully we'll see you again on next Friday. So we'll go ahead and start wrapping this up. Hail unto you, Atum. Hail unto you, Capri. You come into being upon the primeval hill. You shine forth upon the shrine of the phoenix in Yunu. You breathe out Shu and Tefnut. May the giving of these offerings endure, as the name of Atum, foremost of the great need, endures. May they endure as the name of Shu, Lord of Upper Menset in Yunu, endures. As the name of Tefnut, Mistress of Lower Menset in Yunu, endures. As the name of Geb at the Earth's Ba endures. As the name of Nut in the Shrine of Shenit in Yunu endures. As the name of Osir, Kentiamentio endures. As the name of Aset in Nicheru endures. As the name of Sutek in Nubet endures. As the name of Horus in Pe endures. As the name of Wajit in Dep endures. As the name of Jehuti in Chemenyo endures. As the name of Ra in the Akhet endures, likewise for eternity. You have come in peace, O Ra. You have come in peace, O Neith, O Sobek. You have come in peace, O Necheru. May you go forth in peace, O Ra. May you go forth in peace, O Neith, O Sobek, O Necheru, to every place your immortal cause wish to be. May you sail in joy in the Manjet bark, and rest content in the Sektet bark. And may you smile upon us, your humble servants. Okay, well, happy holidays, everyone. Glad to have you all here. And yeah, if we didn't catch something for you this time, just tune in next week. Hopefully we'll be at 8:30, and we'll see each other again. Yes, and Darren says send to you, everyone. Awesome. Thank you, guys. Love you all, too. Y'all are welcome, guys. See you soon.